For those who don't know me, my name is Anthony Sanchez, and I'm president and founder of The Car Culture. So last time everyone really heard from us was really like December. That was the last time we had our last gathering, and a lot has happened since then. Where to start? So yes, we have a new location. We landed West Ave, and I'm going to give a whole backstory on all of this. It's actually where I'm at right now, but we are super excited for this. So a little while back, I was offered this location. I don't remember when, but it was a while ago, and it was offered by one of my good friends, William. He actually works over at Tootsie's right at the end of West Ave, and it's family-owned business, and he's a good friend of mine at U of H. He's also an awesome detailer. So a little plug here. Want to check him out? Instagram's gonna be right here. But he offered me this location, and at the time, I was had my heart set on Sugarland. And it was like, okay, well, I'll keep it in the back of my mind just in case for a rainy day. But he gave me the contact info. I never really did anything with it. But as I was planning the next car show in January, Sugarland told me that they were undergoing renovations for the plaza, and it was going to be until August. Now that was a huge problem for us because me and my team, we love throwing car meets. So not having a car meet until August would just be a huge bummer for us. So I remember William had offered me this location, so I quickly called the event planner here and had a meeting, and we made it happen. For those who don't know about West Ave, there used to be a car meet here, and it used to be awesome. It was run by Supercars Houston, and they always did a great job here, and everyone loved it. They really started having the meet here after kind of coffee and cars had kind of fallen off like about a year and a half ago, and everyone loved this location. But one meet, it was like the 8th or 9th meet that Supercars Houston had hosted their car show here. A group of cars, not just one, a group of cars, probably like 6 or 7 of them, left pretty dramatically, to put it lightly. There was a lot of revving whenever they were leaving. They were stopping in the middle of the road, doing like burnouts and launches. It was very inappropriate. And the people around here, not just the tenants, but the people as well, they didn't like it. It seemed very reckless and negative, and I completely sympathize with that all the way. There is a time and place to do things like that, but on Kirby or Westheimer, it's not the time or place. So once that had happened, the event coordinators here got with Supercars Houston and said, look, this is unacceptable, and they agreed. It was right. It was really unacceptable, and they promised not to have it again. Even with all the talking that they had done back and forth, they had a contract for a year. They finished out their contract for the remaining meets and didn't ask them to renew. West Ave was lost. But so many people love that location, this location that I'm at right now, and I know everyone had missed it. So it just kind of like, it all just kind of like fell into place with Sugarland not being available until August, and my buddy here hooking us up. It all just kind of worked. But going back to that unspoken rule about intruding on someone else's venue and stuff, I'm aware that Supercars Houston it's no longer here, but to me, this was still kind of always is, like their home ground, even if they haven't been here for a year or two. So what I did was I contacted the owner of Supercars of Houston, a friend of mine, and before I posted anything about this, I said, look, I landed West Ave. I wanted to let you know before I post about any of it, just as a courtesy to you, so that there's nothing bad in between us. I wanted to tell you first before you saw it on social media. And I was a little worried about this because I didn't know how he would react, but to my surprise, he said, no bro, no worries, call me. So I called him, and the response was incredible. It was great. What he told me was just like, man, it's like, I'm so happy that not just somebody got that location back, but it was you that got that location. I've seen the way that you run your car meets, and super impressed, and I'm really happy you got that location. And any way that Supercars Houston can help you out, just let me know. I have your back 150%, whether it be promotion, getting cars out, having volunteers, whatever it is, you let me know. So that meant so much to me. knowing that, you know, whenever I'd first got into cars in Houston, into this whole car scene, this was one of the first venues that I went to. This was like one of the first places that I saw a number of Ferraris and Lambos together. It was like, oh my God, this place is crazy. And to think that, you know, a year and a half, 2 years later, that, you know, the car culture is now hosting car shows here, it's incredible. And I couldn't be more fortunate. Supercars Houston will be helping the car culture promote this next show, and that like really means a lot to me. Whenever I announced this, I got messages from a number of people saying like, oh my God, how did you get West Ave? Why? How did you get it back? Thank God it's back. So it's like a number of people were like, first they kind of like questioned how we got it back, and then they kind of were just like, wow, we're so happy it's back. So I know a lot of people love this location. I know I love it too. My whole team, we love it. But we're super eager to make something happen here. So I guess with the lesson learned from Supercar Saturday is just behave, guys. You don't have to be the driver in the car. It's anything like from whenever people leave car meets. I know all the times at Coffee & Cars or any other meet, most people, they'll sit outside with their phones ready to see someone burn out or crash, just to hope to get a viral video or just think it's like awesome or whatever. But what you're really doing is you're egging them on, and that really like has an effect on people, whether you think so or not. I mean, I know whenever I used to, like, whenever I leave car shows, whenever people were egging me on, it's like, well, hell yeah, I want to like try to do a burnout, or I want to try to make my car, like, I just want to redline it, but it's just don't do it. Yeah, it's awesome in the moment, but you're impacting the way that not just the venue and the people who organize this, but the way that non-car people and car people kind of view this car scene. And it's up to us what image we convey to everyone. So I know I'm kind of going on about this, but just, I guess my ending message is please just behave. I've always tried to keep it a mission at the car culture to ensure that we're always helping someone. So our next charity will be, it originally was going to be for Houston Food Bank. We have done a couple stuff for them outside of the car scene, just for some good charity work. But I canceled that about a week ago because a friend of mine was in need. I'm sure most of y'all know him. His name is Sergio Gonzalez. He was riding his motorcycle with a couple of friends, just cruising on I-10. He was doing like 65 or 70, and one of his friends cut him off, and it was pretty bad. So I'm either gonna cut this part or leave it in. If you're still hearing me right now, it means pictures are coming at you in like 5 or 10 seconds. So if you don't like blood or broken bones or anything, please skip to like 10 seconds like further. Okay, so here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2. This is what happened. Okay, so if you look here, I mean, he snapped his leg, lost a pinky toe. I mean, and he also got really cut up on his arm. He was wearing all of his gear. But it wasn't enough. I mean, he slid, he hit the wall. He says he doesn't remember it, but somebody kind of got a partial clip of it, and his friends witnessed it. Slid his bike, hit the wall, and, you know, came to a dead stop. But I mean, he really hurt himself bad. But he needs our help. And he's, for those who don't know him, he's really involved with the car scene and everything. He loves the car culture, he loves our meets, and he works at Imperial, and Imperial has been with us since day one. So this really kind of like, you know, kind of stuck with me, and kind of like, it was just like, wow, okay, we need to help this guy. The car culture has always tried to help people, but there's never been a case where we're actually really friends with someone or really knew them beforehand. We've helped a number of people, real people locally in this community, but not anyone that has actually been close to us. So it really hit home with us on this, and we really felt obligated to try our best to help Sergio out, and we've made it our mission to do all that we can for him. How we're gonna do it is there's gonna be a GoFundMe link below. I don't care if it's $1 or whatever, just whatever you can, just throw something his way. He's doing well. He's one hell of a trooper too. He's had this really great attitude about the whole thing, and his spirits are high, and he's just happy to be alive. It kind of woke him up too. He said he's done with riding. He is just so happy to be alive. He's so happy to see his family, and he's kind of taking it all in. but he needs our help. I've worked with this Houston car community for a little over a year and a half now, and I know that all of you, all of us, we're good people, and I'm more than confident that everyone will try to help them out in any way we can. With that being said, April 22nd, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. We'll see all y'all there. Thank y'all so much for y'all's support, and see you then.